So the next 2 sets we're going to get are also winner side top 8 qualifiers. The first one we have coming up is going to be Jesier, the Ori man. You know him. He's always been doing, in the past 2 years, fantastic work as Ori. Going to be going up against Ceztellz, who's going to be using Claren.
Yeah, Jesier, if you remember back from Genesis, was actually part of the team that actually sent Taken Penguin to losers for the first time outside of winners finals.
Right, yeah. So we'll see what's happening right now. Ceztellz starting off with an incredible combo, just carrying Ceztellz back and forth.
The thing is, like, that was phenomenal DI on the force choke there, because outside of that, like, that's an easy finish there for Claren, even at that low percent. Ori just so light and dies so quickly off the sides. Oh no!
Ooh, gets the catch. Almost
Good
really
DI
past
on
that.
There's that hit fall, first hit fair.
Jesier looking to try to take his time a little bit more on these approaches, recognizing just, like, Claren's sword is basically the size of Ori, so he has to be really careful about choosing his openings, otherwise he will lose that spacing war over and over again.
Great down strong there, though. Completely mixing up the DI.
Beautiful chain into the second back air. Jesier eating it up completely. 2 stocks, mint condition apiece.
Oh, doesn't get the sweet spot on that down air. So what's really interesting is how much getting those individual sweet spots opens up the combo tree for Claren.
Ooh! That was so Jesier positioned himself early to set up that sign spike. So let's do a lot more damage here at 103, 108%. That's going to be it. Ceztellz off the top, only 20 on Jesier.
And you saw Jesier wait out that parry attempt as well, which led into that too. So smart, reading the defensive option into the stock finish.
This is looking tougher and tougher for Ceztellz. Just trying to control his space, and like right there, right, Jesier out of range just a little bit, sees the forward tilt, and has the speed thanks to Ori to just rush in and get a punish.
Now step back off stage. Still only at 39, up a little bit here. Good DI still. Oh, what the call out on that though! Phenomenal finish there from Ceztellz, getting that nair into the upstrong.
That always looks so cool when Clarence can line up their tipper hitbox is so good at the end of the combo, but
I don't know if that should have hit. As a Claren main, I'm gonna say that shouldn't have hit.
So, as someone who hates fighting Ori, like, that part of me feels like nothing that Ori does should ever hit, ever. But, like, on the other hand...
It definitely looked like Claren got out of the way and then got sucked back in, and I'm just like,
It feels like there's a vacuum there for sure, because, like, it definitely has, like, that sort of... Because, like, that kind of effect is definitely needed to keep someone in it so they don't fall out halfway through.
Sure.
Yeah, like, it was definitely a close hit. But we're going to go on to our next game with Jesier up 1-0. It's going to be Tower of Heaven, same characters for both players.
Phenomenal let's see how, Claren, obviously.
Yeah, so many more platforms. And I mean, like, just kind of historically, sword characters and platform fighters absolutely adore platforms because it's above anything else. It's a space that you can threaten very easily from below, and your opponent can't do the same to you.
Yeah, because how do you just combat that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you look at these up tilts that cover the entire platform surface, and it's just such solid coverage. And then on top of that, of course, Claren, because her down air is so huge, can do the same to people trying to shark her underneath the lower platforms if they're not careful. Wow!
It's so quick. You can combo into that upstrong from so many buttons.
I've seen a lot of clips by Guard recently and in that upstrong, and I'm just seeing just the amount of mileage Claren can get out of the move is insane.
Oh, great read there.
Yeah.
I like how Jesier knew the double jump back was coming already. It was like, no, I'm ready for this. So the other big thing about these platform setups here is you were talking about that down air through the flat, but it also leads to a drop, like an immediate drop through single hit fair. And I would argue that single hit fair is probably one of the most important tools that you don't see as often from that low to mid-level Claren play, because that single hit fair just starts to lead into so much more of an interesting tree.
Yeah, that's actually a great point, and especially because, like, it's just a drop through to get that single hit fair. It's so much harder to anticipate for the person on the other end. There we go, though. Double hit fair on the border, but it's a tipper. Gonna take out just your second stock.
The rare double purple screen.
Jesier waiting as long as possible for poking out the parachute.
Yeah, after that initial hitbox is over, it's actually pretty easy for Claren to just kind of annoy Ori off stage.
Otherwise, Jesier like stalking Ceztellz back and forth across the stage, but he also has enough restraint to not always go for an attack. Sometimes he just waits around for something defensive that he can punish. There we go, catching. That's honestly being able to outspace Claren's up special is like so important in order to set up that edge guard. So that knowledge of the sign and the teamwork forward smash doing the job there.
Whoa! Okay.
That looked like DI in.
That looked like all right, game 3.
Yeah.
Whew. Like that's such a powerful kill setup to begin with, but then you just see how he just rocketed off the top without even a purple screen, and you're just like, how is he supposed to survive that?
It's tough, especially in the moments, and like the fact that the stuns at the end of the tipper do start setting up DI 50-50s, right? And at that point, you really are just kind of guessing whether or not you're going to be hit with a different kill move that sends you in a different direction, and whether or not you need to DI the first kill move or the second one. It's tough.
And especially right there with that side base, because you can actually double jump and start to follow with certain aerials, but then it's just so much easier to do that step forward down strong as well. So like the side B itself will send you almost at a 45-degree angle out to the right in that scenario, and then once using that down strong, which flips it back like you said to the left, you have to immediately be ready.
Yeah, and then there's also the forward strong potential too. But we'll talk more about it later. Right now, let's get to this third game. It's 1-1 apiece. Got amazing hideout as the map.
And the big thing about this is A, big side blast zones, and B, it's much harder for Claren to shark underneath this plat. Up tilt, I think either reaches only one spot directly or lever doesn't reach at all. I can't recall immediately, but it's so much harder for me at least to deal with this stage as Claren.
That being said, the up strong by Claren still tippers through.
Yes, so, but it's a much smaller hitbox.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how well that's leveraged. At the very least, I imagine that might make the drop zone single hit fair a little bit more annoying to line up. But we're gonna have right now Jesier holding on to center stage, not really caring about the no fun zone.
Yeah, for a lot of characters, it really will kind of define how you approach the neutral, and then you have characters like Ori who can just out hit you the entire time.
Yeah, just like I still have just fantastic movement and hitboxes. I'm good to go.
Right. No fun zone doesn't stop my back air.
Yeah, I wish. I'd pick up Claren if it did.
A little bit of scrap there for the spike.
Otherwise, Jesier still having firm control of the pace of the neutral.
Ooh, good use of the sign. There's that
There we go.
Though.
Yeah, right through the platform, catching it looked like a no-tech on it.
Up here, gotta use a lot of the resources. There's that decreased lag there on that second wave of the uppie in most recent patch though. Nice little quality of life buff for Claren.
Who tries to catch the landing? Trade, but Ceztellz is able to keep it going, gets the grab.
Great DI out there.
Yeah, very necessary. That I have seen that go south so fast. Good weight on the platform to outweigh the up tilt by Jesier, but Ceztellz not able to pick up more damage afterwards.
However, Ceztellz really holding on to this stock there. I love the use of the sign explosion to like cover his up strong as well. Great choice.
Ooh, tries to stall as long as possible. Ceztellz recognized the mistake there, but Jesier wasn't letting go too early.
Yeah, and he couldn't use the uppie to get to that that top platform either. Just really stuck between a rock and a hard place.
But immediately afterwards, picking up the kill. Only 23% on Ceztellz. This is essentially a dead even game.
Yeah, it looked really pretty heavy in Jesier's favor there for a second, and Cez just held on to that second stock for so long. Lucky break from Jesier there, getting at kind of the range of that neutral B.
Yeah. Ceztellz sticking to the platform, trying to force Jesier up there as well.
I love the movement along the bottom stage there from Ceztellz. It's been really fascinating to watch him work.
He's coming back, and Jesier completely outspacing the side special, and we already see the Galaxy. We know it's done. Ceztellz going to be going down to losers. Jesier making it to winners top 8. Our second qualifier right now on the Picasso.
I mean, that was just phenomenal to watch. Both players kind of pulling everything back and forth throughout the course of that game. And then Ceztellz doing everything in his power to make it an even match on that last stock. And Jesier just kind of really understanding his placement around player the entire time. So phenomenal work from him.
Especially the edge guarding.
So we're getting some notes in. Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, we also got notes that Zaro fought Levin as well in another top 8 qualifier. Zaro won, moving on to also winners top 8. So that means that